So anyway, guys, I was thinking, I'm like, we are so quick to be saying, oh, don't judge us. We don't want anyone to judge us within our hobby and all blah 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 blah. Judge us about our dog collecting and everything and the way we treat our dogs. But what I've noticed is that we actually judge each other so harshly, like a lot of times. Um, I think as human beings, it's almost impossible to not judge in some type of way. We kind of all gonna form our opinions of something, but a lot of times we judge each other, and it's just like we tear our own stuff down. Like we expect stuff from outsiders to come in and say this and that about us, but when it comes from one of our own, it's kind of like wow, it makes you just feel like where is our safety net? We're not safe anymore in our own zone now. This is our underground world, is the way I see it. But um, I don't know. I just thinking, I just saw so much stuff, and I'm just like, oh wow, we're really. It's not, just really out there. Oh, before I forget, too, guys, I want to tell you guys, there's a doll show in um, that's going to be in Florida in January, um, in Sarasota, Florida. It's supposed to be a really big show, so I think it's the end of January, and it's going to be throughout the weekend. It's going to be like a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Pretty cool. Um, and as you guys know, I am in the South, so that is just so awesome. But anyway, back to everything else. Like when I took Kingston to my job, I did not tell you guys about this one guy. He he's a guy, he wear very expensive clothes and very very high end shoes, right, and stuff. And so he was like, "Oh, why do you want those dolls? You want a baby so bad, that you're buying those dolls and all that. Just have a baby and all this." First of all, that's a bad thing to say to a woman because you don't know if they can really have kids or not. Second of all, when the last time he paid any of my bills? Never. So, um, and then I don't recall asking him his opinion or even trying to show him my dolls. I was showing somebody else and he was looking at it. And then he says to me, "How much did you pay for that doll?" "About $1,000. And I said, "Oh, he costs more than that." And he says, "Oh my God, why would you spend that much money?" And I turn around and I say, "Why would you spend the money for the shoes that you wear and the clothes that you wear? I'm pretty sure you can't resell them and get your money back. But I guarantee you I could resell my doll and get the money back because the value is different. They're collectible items and I don't really have to justify why I spend what I spend because it's my money." So that kind of backed them off a little bit. But I see other people saying it. And I am going to admit here, I am going to admit, I said, long time ago, I said, I will never own a silicone doll because I will not spend that kind of money on a doll. And so I said, nope, I will not spend that kind of money on a doll. So I won't ever get a silicone doll. So then you keep watching everybody else with them and you really, really want them. So you make up all these reasons of why they are not worth it. And, oh, I can just have a reborn. It's all the same, blah, blah. And I'm going to tell you guys, it's not the same. But as much as I love my reborns, I hate to say it, they're not the same. So I kept going on and on about it. And then eventually I thought to myself, okay, I've collected all these I've collected all these reborns, maybe if I sell a few of them, I can get a partial. So, and see if I like the silicone first. So I did that. So anyway, long story short, I found ways to sell my dolls and then pay for the silicone. And then I didn't feel so bad. But then as you get, your first silicone and you see the feel of it and you start liking it, then you want something even more. And I think with collecting, with any true collector, it's just like anything else. Like with artists, it's growth and how realistic they make their dolls. And then with collectors, it's like you grow and you want more realism and more realism and more realism. And so I was just like, there's no freaking way. And I would see people with expensive silicones, and I was like, you know what? They can't make that much of a difference. I mean, I'm not gonna spend over $1,500 for a silicone, like, because one is not gonna be better than the other. They're all gonna feel about the same, and that was wrong too. But they did feel nice and everything. But you just kind of, I think sometimes we say things and do things because we want to justify why we can't afford it. So we kind of start passing judgment on other people, like, oh my gosh, she spent how much for silicone? Like I still say, no, I still say, and maybe I'll be different, but I'm like, oh my God, how can somebody spend $30,000, $50,000 for a doll? But I don't know those people budget. Those people may be loaded with money, and just 30 and 50,000 to them may be like 5,000 to us. And then I guess maybe it wouldn't be so big of a deal. But what I'm saying is basically is that we all say what we ain't gonna do, what we, you know, we kind of judge, but we kind of need to think about it, because I could say I won't spend. What I realized is that I was like, I won't spend $3,000 on a silicone, or and up, and so on and so on. But I realized if I add up all the reborns that I've bought, that I've already spent that and some. So when I thought about it, I said, you know what? I could sell them. And even though I'd have to sell 4 or 5 just to get one, I think it'll be worth it in the end, because I've really, really, really have got really into the silicone. So, and then sometimes you find stuff second market or whatever. But I think we just become, so judgmental of of each other. It's just almost like a lot of people don't want to be in our community, or they're afraid to make videos, or they don't want to post pictures. A lot of people don't share, and I can understand why, because it can be so critical in the community, where it used to be very free and it was okay, and we make it a stray come in here or there that wasn't understanding of the hobby or whatever, and we get rude comments or whatever. But now it's people that actually collect tearing each other down. It's because people don't know how to be happy for each other, or I don't know, is it, if it's that, or jealousy, or just plain outright, just that's just the way they feel, and they're just what's in their opinion, but they just don't understand how that affects us as a whole, because when other people see it, they already think bad of us, and I don't know, and they call us crazy and all that. I don't, you know what? I made a video and I'm gonna upload it eventually, because I have watched Weeby Dolls or something like that video, and I had made a video and I haven't uploaded it yet, but I am soon. But I'm gonna say again, people can call me crazy all day long. I don't care. I I get comments saying, "Oh, you're crazy. Oh, something's wrong with her. Why does she think that doll is real? Why is she treating it like a baby?" Let me tell you something. The money that I spend on my doll, I'm going to treat them like a baby. I don't care what you say. And a lot of people will tell me, oh, even when I take my dogs out, why do you hold it? Well, if it's not real and you know it's not real, why are you treating it like a baby? And at the same time, they're rocking my doll. And I'm like, why are you rocking this doll now? And they're like, oh my gosh, you're right. You just kind of can't help it. People actually hold them and see them. You just can't help it. Now I may be a little bit over the top with Kingston because he just took me to a whole nother level. And I don't know what it is about him, but I don't know. But hey, if people want to say I'm crazy, I'm crazy because it's what I like. I've been collecting since forever. Forever. I remember all the way back to 7. I can't remember, well, 6 and 7. I can't remember farther back if I had dolls, but I know at 7 I had dolls. So I've been collecting dolls over 30 years, so at least. So I don't see why I have to stop. And then sometimes people be like, oh, they'd be great for my kid. I buy my kid one of these dolls. I think our hobby is an adult hobby. It's not for kids. But if a kid is responsible enough, then so be it. But I won't buy my kids a doll that expensive. That's just my opinion. But anyway, I'm rambling on about a whole bunch of stuff. And I just thought I would get that video out and just say that I know that in my mind, psychologically, I think I do try to justify the cost. Sometimes if I spend a whole lot on a doll, it do kind of bother me a little bit. Even if I've made the money through selling other dolls, I still kind of think to myself, oh my God, did I just spend that? Really? You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's what makes me happy, and life is too short to worry about it. I mean, you're going to spend it on something, so why not spend it on something you can enjoy? It's like, why do people spend thousands and thousands of dollars on pictures at wall art that they hang up on the wall? That picture on the wall don't do anything but be beautiful and allow people to see it, and you look at it and you think, oh my God, that's beautiful, and you like to look at it. Same with the dolls. The dolls are art. You look at them and they're beautiful. The only difference to me is that I feel like I'm getting something more out of it because I get to hold them, and I don't know. So hey, it is what it is, So we say don't judge us, but then we judge each other. So it just makes it just crazy. Anyway, guys, take care. Hope you enjoyed the chat. Feel free to leave any comments that you like. Any suggestions on any other topics that you guys like to talk about. I think I want to talk about some sculpts and silicone babies that's out there on my next video. So we'll see you guys soon for that.